Yo, what's going on? It's your boy AO Beats in the building right now with Pure Entertainment TV. I would say it's a hard one. It's a mix of the two, really. You know what I mean? Like I like obviously being in the studio and producing, but I also like being on the stage. And I think because I started as an artist, I can never let that go. But at the same time, I found a new love in producing as well. And I think, yeah, they even up. They even up. I think it's pressure, but it's good pressure in a way, because you know I think everyone goes through that stage in their career where they're just making tunes, they're just in the studio, they're just knocking out records and just, oh yeah, this is nice, this is good. But when you actually feel like people are paying attention, listening in and like judging it, then you start saying, okay, do you know what, this has to be like this and this has to be a bit better. Or this has to sound a bit more crispier, or this has to be more of a banger. Like you kind of almost put more pressure on yourself when that pressure comes. Alright, he's the go-to guy, alright, cool. So then I got to be the go-to guy every single time someone goes too. You know what I mean? So I think, yeah, it's pressure. I think it has a lot of pressure, but it's good pressure in a way, because it just makes sure that I always try and make music of a certain standard. You know what I mean? I would say, well, it kind of depends what angle, what we call success, because, you know, there's a lot of people that, it's weird, there's a lot of people that know me just as a producer. And there's some people that see me on records and don't know I've produced every record that I've featured on, or whatever, you know what I mean? So I would say equal success, but I think as an artist it's kind of tipping now, you know what I mean, right now. But I think, yeah, up until now, obviously, it's been more as I would say, more as a producer, but, you know, I think I've got a bit of a claim as an artist, you know, in my own right. It ranges really. I mean, there's people you would know that I'm associated with, and there's people that you might not. Like, for example, you know, I just knocked something up in the studio with Frisco, you know what I mean? Was in the studio earlier with Calibar. I mean, I've worked with quite a different range of people, Ironics, J2Ks, Bigs. I did something quite a short time ago. I did something for Jessica Lounders in the States, you know what I mean? That's like 90210, you know what I mean? Paul Weller's son, Nat Weller, like different kind of, just like all types of artists really that I've worked with, you know, and I try and keep it that way, you know what I mean? I never feel like anyone's too small or too big, you know what I mean? I just feel like if there's an angle and there's someone that I've worked with that I know I might not necessarily get the same that I've got elsewhere, then I'm always going to be drawn to it. It's never going to be like, oh, this guy has to be this status or they have to be that or that. It's more about, you know, just trying to work with people that bring the best out or help me make stuff that I wouldn't usually make. I've never been a guy to sit down and make a beat and then email it over from here or there. I always try and sit with the artist, so, you know, it works. I don't know, there's quite a few people. Like me, if I had it my way, I would make a record for every single artist in the UK. Like I would definitely do that, you know what I mean? I'd feature on every record. You know, I just think it just goes in order right now, that's all. So I would want to work with everyone. I definitely would want to, you know, maybe go more into the grime scene, maybe, because I feel like I'm very much hip hop, and I feel like, you know, it would be good to just hear some of these grime artists and some of my kind of records, you know what I mean. I worked with Maxstar on something, and it was quite a good experience, you know what I mean. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing something with Wiley, you know, Skepta maybe, or something like that, you know what I mean. But yeah, definitely, you know, want to branch out. Yeah, recently, you know, obviously I just signed my deal. It's with a label called Mission Recordings. They got like a distribution situation with Universal. Yeah, like it just kind of came about organically, really. I was working with them on some other stuff. For some other artists, just writing and producing, and then in the midst of it, they were like, they heard I was an artist, and they were like, "Oh, can we hear some of your stuff?" So I played them what I was really on at the time, and they were like, "Oh yeah," they saw something in it, and they saw the potential, and then, you know, worked on a couple of records, and then, you know, then we ended up, you know, sealing the deal about a week and a half ago. So yeah, you know, it's just moving with it, you know what I mean, moving with the deal. Just shot the video not long ago as well for the new single. You know, got the remix ready and done, and it's just looking like trying to hit them hard. I feel like at this point, you know, it's about trying to prove myself and just, you know, making sure that I stay up to date with everything I'm trying to do. You know, obviously there's a lot of opportunities that have kind of opened up, like since I've even signed the deal. Like for example, my situation with Fila, like you know, they've asked me to wear their clothes and stuff and things like that, you know. Yeah, but you know, I'm just gonna stay pressing on and see what happens. You know?